What's going on, guys? Coach Mike here at my academy in Sherman Oaks. Welcome to New Ground Jiu Jitsu. All right, guys. So entrance is where we have all of our students sign in. As soon as you guys walk in, all right, we have some artwork on the wall. We have our iPad for our check-in system. So every student that comes in, we make sure they check in, make sure we're tallying up all of their attendance, making sure they're staying on track with everything, and then we can move on through the rest of it. If any of our students are morning people, they train at the 6 a.m. or the 11 a.m., I make sure that they have coffee ready to go. Sometimes you got a tight schedule, you got to train, you want to get to work, don't have time to stop for a cup of coffee, so we have everything here for you. So you guys can train, grab a cup of coffee, take a shower, head out to work, knock it all out in one trip. So this is our coffee station. It's probably my most prized. I was a coffee addict for a bit, so this is near and dear to me. Above it, we have our kind of like bulletin board. And so we have different New Ground events that we have coming up. We have our kids promotions for our parents to keep in mind. We have a kids pizza party coming up, Coaches Appreciation Day, and then on the far side, just supporting local businesses. Some of our students have businesses as well as just, businesses in the area that we've made friends with. So we just want to make sure we're supporting and trying to help each other out as much as we can. Cool. So I'll take you guys down this way. We have one shared restroom, but one thing that I think a lot of schools don't have for a restroom is we actually have a mouthwash dispenser. So just to make sure your training partners are staying fresh, you don't want to be that one person that's explaining something and just breathing on somebody and it's just not a good smell. So you want to make sure you're fresh all around. Men's changing room on this side. We have two cubbies for just your bags and stuff, and then you can bring everything else out to the mat side. And then on this side is our shower. So we want to make sure, again, our students are taken care of. They have everything they need when they come in to train. And so we have towels for them if for whatever reason they're rushing out of the house, they don't have time to grab it, they forget it. We got towels for them in here, shower, pretty big shower. So we make sure you guys can fit in. Took up the whole wall. You'll have some people that kind of leave some of their stuff to wash with, but we make sure you guys are taken care of at all times. Make it nice and easy. Okay. Another board we have right here, right, a secondary bulletin board, more so for like competitions and stuff. And so if our students are competing, we'll usually make a list of what competitions are coming up, who signed up for it, and then also an additional note for just any upcoming events and things people to be aware of. But we use both of those and try and stay in contact as much as we can. This is our front desk, 100% handmade. So every little piece of wood that you see in there was literally cut by hand. All the ones that are like inlaid and kind of set back, we cut ourselves in half to make it thinner, to be able to kind of create that little popping effect. So this took a lot of time. It's a pride and joy. I was able to make this with my father, and it's been a centerpiece as you come in, every time you guys come in and visit. Merch section. So our merch section, we try and keep a good output of merchandise. I know a lot of times too, aside from just people wanting cool designs, a lot of times if you're training a ton, the gear starts to wear out pretty quickly. It's hard to wash and get the funk out. And so you just want to have a rotation kind of going through that you can balance between, but also you don't want to wear the same design all the time. So we want to make sure we keep it fresh for our kids, for our adults. We have shorts, rash guards, t-shirts, and all this stuff. And the biggest thing for me, hygiene. So armbar soap, defense wipes, defense essential oil. If you guys ever have anything that pops up, we make sure you're covered. And I'll add on to that in a bit. But again, this is our merch wall just for different stuff we have going on. We just dropped some new merch, so we're pushing that out right now. Okay. And then we have the grand attraction. So this is our mat space. When we first opened up, it actually just used to be almost like an island. And so the mats were just in the center. We had a walkway going down the right side of the mat, walkway on the far side, and a super thin walkway on that wall. Not that you could really use, but it was just, we wanted to kind of make it a floating platform. So we had that for about 1.5 years, and then we switched out. We took everything out, redid it, got the wall mats, and then just expanded all the way through. And it's been a huge, huge difference. You don't have to stop your rolls midway and kind of like reset if you're getting close to the edge. You can just run into the wall, no issue there. And so it's been a good change to have this in, and you can train a little bit harder because again, you're not worried about running off the mat or anything like that. So keeps everybody safe. Again, talking about hygiene, that's one thing I'm very, very big on. We clean our mats at least 4 to 5 times a day. But on top of that, right next to our mats, we have a foot wipe station. And so again, if you're coming in from work You know, we wanna make sure that we're keeping everybody clean, everything clean within the mat space. And so we have foot wipes. You guys come in, if you come in your work shoes, no one wants to smell that funk. So grab a foot wipe, clean that off real quick, you can toss it in. And so we try and do as much as we can to, you know, one, facilitate that you guys have all the stuff that you need to, you know, stay clean, stay, you know, hygienically sound. But on top of that, we have signs all around just to kind of, you know, give some notes on just clipping nails and just different things like that. I want to make sure that no one's just unnecessarily getting taken off the mats of something that could have been prevented. So that's a big thing for us here. Additionally, everybody has that one person that warms up for 5 minutes and then is just dripping sweat. So we have sweat towels on that shelf there. So again, if you're that person that just is notoriously known for sweating, we have a station for you. We have some people that come in first thing, they grab that sweat towel, they're ready. As soon as they start warming up, they're using it nonstop. Their training partner thanks them after class. So it's beautiful to have that there. Another thing we have is a band technique sign. And so, you know, we're training jiu-jitsu. A lot of us aren't high-level competitors. A lot of us do have regular jobs and do want to be able to go to those jobs and continue to make money. So we do have a band technique list of just things that, you know, unless you're on a competition team or you're, you know, going out for a specific competition, we don't really encourage these things. You know, if you want to practice it, I don't think anyone needs to slam. You don't got to practice that or mercy grips or, you know, anything like that. But you know, flying submissions, if that's something you want to work, we set it up. We make sure you're, you know, protected as you're doing that. But for the most part, we just want to try and stick to the basic techniques of jiu-jitsu and keep everyone safe all around. At the end of every single class, we stack everybody up on the wall, nice big group picture. And so it's been cool to have this space just kind of expand because again, it helps with the training, the safety and all that stuff. And then at the end of class, when you have everyone stacked up against the wall, it just looks cooler when you have the wall mats going all the way down, and it's a nice feeling when you guys see that. But that is pretty much it.
Beautiful, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.